Alright, we're here for our first match. Trying to do the Explorer Meta Challenge. Alright, hand. No green source. I don't think we can keep this. Or no red source, despite how good the rest of the hand is. This hand has kind of the opposite problem, but I think on 6 we gotta keep. So, not exactly an ideal start to the Explorer challenge here. Need red mana very soon, or this is going to be a quick game. Static infantry. So it looks like we're up against some type of prowess deck. And kind of get the idea of what our opponent's doing here. So definitely want that. Don't know that we want a lot else. Akroan War is fine, but it is a little bit awkward against what they're doing. So Running Volley kills blue creatures, but they're mostly red, although they might have some amount of red creatures like Sprite Dragon. We'll go like that and just hope we you know, actually hit our colors this time. Should have mulliganed to 5, in all honesty, probably. So alright, this hand is perfectly acceptable. Acceptable. That suddenly got much better. On deck, hand me a land here. Alright, that's not ideal, but it works. Okay, just put max pressure in play here. Sure. Gruul doing what Gruul does best. Okay. And opponent's goes. Alright, so on the draw, a little more inclined to bring in a couple copies of Running Volley. Go down our mana dorks. Akroan War seemed fine. Just we'll go like that. Alright, hopefully we won't get mana screws here. waiting on our opponent here. Spells budget deck. Okay, hand is perfectly keepable. Have 2 points of interaction, although this one's obviously conditional if they have a blue creature, have a couple of mana dorks, we have a Lovestruck Beast. That is if they just don't decide to rope out the rest of the match. Alright, well, unfortunately that is one way to win your first match, but we'll be back for match number 2. Alright, round 2 with Gruul. Opponent will be on the play, which is unfortunate, but... Alright, once again, very awkward hand, can't keep this. More inclined to keep this hand, especially with 2 points of interaction. Ditch Esika's Chariot. Blue-white control, possibly. Maybe spirits. Okay, I have no idea what's going on over there. Yeah, it's Ooze, I guess. No counter spells, no instant speed anything, so maybe some type of Paradox Engine pile. Alright, we're up against spirits, got it. Yep. Okay, sure. You want to trade with that? Okay with that, I guess. I'll sacrifice the Mausoleum Wonder to keep us from killing this. Yep. Spirits is probably one of Gruul's worst matchups overall. Not unwinnable, but pretty bad overall. Don't think this is resolving, but... draw another land, we might have a prayer if they're not actually holding actual counter spells. By another land, I meant, I don't really care if this resolves. Should have played Chariot, but so it looks like they have Rattle Chains in hand. Alright, so we're just dead. Got it. Alright, sideboarding with them. We definitely want the Rending Volleys. Not so much the Undercleave. Just the sideboard doesn't make a ton of sense. Akroan War is not the best. Bring in like a copy of Scavenging Ooze. Call it a day. Play first. Pretty good opening hand here, though admittedly a bit painful. Yeah, portable hole on one. Nope. Okay. Alright. I'll play Shackle, guys. Sure. Take it for 5 here. Alright, so this kills that to fire up. Continue to put pressure on them. Alright. Got the game we're supposed to win. Now we gotta try to win one on the draw. Which is going to be tricky. Alright, can't keep this hand. Just this hand also we cannot keep, unfortunately. This hand I guess we have to try. Put back Miglos and Dork, I guess. Yep, Shacklegeist is annoying. Alright, so let's get Stormseeker down. this. Which one do we want to kill here? Nimblegeist Herald. Yeah, that's not going to do you any good right now, friend. Alright. Move to combat. I should play your collected company. Okay, deal with your Spirit Phantom, but I think we're just going to be too far behind, unfortunately. Okay, we find that. Move to combat. Yeah. Okay, go ahead and kill that. Question is, okay, Matilda, sure. It's one, what? Flying, lifelink, protection from da 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 da. So if our opponent draws a spirit, we're dead. I mean... Okay, I got a 3. Copperline Gorge. Play out that. Use this to crew. Don't know. I guess that's lethal. Nice. Getting over probably one of the toughest matchups for this deck overall. Back for the third match in this run. We're on the play. Solid hand. A little bit too heavy maybe on the mana side, but still pretty reasonable hand overall. Turn 1 Mana Dork. Oop, turn 1 Lovestruck Beast. Lows go. So devotion, got it. Okay. There's access to 4 mana this turn. They play Kiora. Okay, so I guess they have access to 6 mana this turn. Into Old Grove Troll. Actually, that was kind of dumb. Wasted an oil counter there. Yep, good old mono green gang. Let's do mono green things. Okay, nothing too surprising yet. Really do get to flash back this. Okay, 8. Here be mono green, doing the mono green things. Alright, let's move on to the next game. Get to bring in Ember Cleaves and Cindervines. Go down some of the copies of vehicles, unfortunately. Scavenging Ooze is okay, but a bit slow. Okay, this hand's alright. Turn 3 Chariot, turn 4 Skysovereign. Yep. Okay, what you got here? Wolfwell Haven into Elf. Into another Elf, of course. Yep. Let's get access to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana this turn. Okay, well, it's got all the mana. Alright, and Planescapes. He went from very good to completely broken when we drew Stormseeker there. Alright, we've got early interaction, good start, seems reasonable. Turn 1, Dork of our own. Okay, what you got? Kiora, sure. Hopefully you don't have another dork. Alright. Full Haven, 2 mana into untap, into Karn, sure. Alright, so lay a dork. Obliterating Bolt that. It's got Nisa, who shakes the world. Indestructible 3/3, sure. Okay, Esika's Chariot. Okay. Pass. It's got access to 2, 4, 5, 6 mana still. Plus untap, so 8 total. Chevalier de Thorns. Okay. Okay. Really would love another red source to be able to Ember Cleave up something to kill this Nissa next turn. No blocks. Mm-hmm. Yep, one's got a Karn. Currently has access to 3 mana. at least makes things remotely interesting. Question becomes, how do I punch through the most damage? Alright, well, let's see. Let's make sure. See how they block. So Karn's dead. Regardless, right? Yep. So do this. Attach this here. Doom. Alright, play on another Chariot. Keep this one, make some more cats. Okay, sure. Interesting. 5 into another Cavalier. Please no Nykthos, please no Nykthos. Okay, nice, no Nykthos. Do get a forest though, unfortunately, but I have access to 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they could technically restorative burst and get back what? Kiora. Do nothing with it. Alright, how much are you willing to put in the way to save your Nissa? Should not have played this. Should move this over to the Chariot. Forest on top. Interesting. Fortunately, the longer the game goes, the worse shape we're in. Access to a boatload of mana. So Portal to Phyrexia is on the table. Don't think they can quite get the infinite combo going, but they could get Restorative Burst to get Kiora, get a bunch of mana. Two, three, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. Wait, what? Attack makes little, if any, sense. Unless they're just going to go grab Skysovereign. Yep. Alright, and that's the game. Alright, 2-1 run, not the most exciting, but had a couple of tough matchups here. Alright, so 2-1 run with Gruul. Obviously we could do more runs with Gruul, as this is probably the deck that I'm most comfortable with and I think has the best chance of going on a 7-0 run. But we do want some other decks to play. You know, Spirits can be, all those matchups can be tricky. If you give Mono Green too much time, Mono Green's going to do Mono Green things. Don't really think there was a whole lot we could do to play. Like, obviously there were some small miscues there. Like, I shouldn't have played the Migalos. I should have just equipped the Ember Cleave to the Esika's Chariot, attacked with a 4, 5, 6, 7, a 7, 4, 7, 5 double striker. Really push them to commit resources to save their Nissa. I think that would have maybe swung the game a little bit. That means they would have had to commit 2 Cavalier of Thorns and something else. One of our Reckless Stormseekers still would have been around. So maybe a top-decked Skysovereign or something would have given us a chance to potentially punk out the game. But once Mono Green kind of builds up that kind of board, they're very difficult to kind of overcome. Ember Cleave helps to swing those situations, but really you're really looking for situations where you go Llanowar Mystic into Reckless Stormseeker into Esika's Chariot and just kind of overwhelming them before they can get set up. Or, you know, our Akroan War seemed a little bit shy there against Mono Green, the matchup that they're there for. So, but we're going to do some runs with some other decks rather than just continuing to play Gruul as we all did last month, as we did all last month. Figure we'll give Rakdos and maybe Mono Green a shot, and then if we're still feeling up to it, Blue-White Control, which we'll be playing the rest of this month. So, that said, let's get into some matches with some other decks, shall we?